Hi everybody, welcome to my channel Living in the Red Dot. This is May from Singapore. Today I have 3 perfumes for you that were made back in the 70s. So yeah, this is going to be interesting because these perfumes are quite old, so I kind of wanted to revisit them. Like when I got them, I smell them once and then kind of didn't touch it again because I know these are not perfumes that I'm going to wear, but I tried them just recently so I can share my thoughts on them to you guys. So the first perfume I want to talk about will be Nahema. Did I pronounce that right? Nahema by Guerlain. So it's from the house of Guerlain and it's a parfum de toilette. So it's an eau de toilette like perfume. This was created by Jean-Paul Guerlain himself and released back in 1979. So very old perfume, and this bottle is a vintage bottle. This is how they look like when they were released back in the 70s and early 80s. I can't say exactly what year because it's very hard to read the bottom of the bottle. But anyway, when this was released, it was a big commercial flop. Nahema, by the way, is a name of a maiden, and it translates into daughter of fire. So it's supposed to be very passionate, sensual, I think, type of perfume that revolve around the scent of a rose. So the whole point of this perfume is to create, I think, the perfect rose in Jean-Paul Guerlain's mind. So I don't know if there's an actual rose in it, but the actual rose note, the virtual rose that is in his head, is what he wanted to recreate. So lots of like chemicals obviously went in here to create that ultimate rose note that or scent that he's looking for. Now, when I tried this at first, I tried it using a cotton bud, and it's the worst thing I could have done. The cotton bud was like saturated and it smelled awful. It smelled medicinal. It was just gross. I didn't want to touch it. I didn't want to like smell it. I thought the whole thing had gone off, to be honest, but I couldn't bring myself to throw it away because even the bottle is like vintage, so I just kept it lying around. Now, this is a perfume. I think most perfumes are perfumes that should be tried on skin anyway, but it's especially true for older perfumes, 70s, 80s, 90s types of perfumes. They should be tried on skin because of the chemicals that were used in them. Like back then, some of them have been kind of like substituted for synthetic ones, which probably doesn't interact the same on skin, but definitely the older ones need to interact on skin, and this perfume is one of them. So I tried it on my skin, dab of course, and I have to say it's an old perfume, so the top notes have definitely gone off. I don't pick up any of the aldehydes or citrus that is supposed to be there on that top note. But it wasn't bad. It didn't, like, the top note doesn't last long, that stage anyway. After a few minutes, it went straight to me to this very, very nice powdery rose. It's a full voluptuous rose, juicy rose, but powdery and kind of sweet. So it's almost kind of like a honey rose. It was so nice. I wouldn't call it sexy. I wouldn't call it really passionate, but it's definitely more sensual to me. It's a nighttime type of perfume. I think it's definitely a perfume to enjoy for yourself, not so much to impress others. Like, it's something you wear at night before going to bed because it feels comforting. It feels luxurious, but not quite opulent and out there. It's very, very much like to enjoy on your own. It does have that vintage feel to it, so not everybody will enjoy it. Not everyone outside of you might enjoy it. I definitely get a bit of peach, so maybe it's like a sweet, peachy, powdery rose. Very, very much a boudoir like scent. And it has the old version, vintage version, has been discontinued. Everyone says the extrait is the one to try, or the parfum is the way to try, but I can't find it. I can't find any vintage formulations of it. They do have this in the reformulated version right now at the Guerlain stores, and I think they had it in the B bottle, and now they have it in that upside down heart, stopper bottle. And I don't know how that smells like, but I know for sure that these ones have been taken off the market because of a particular ruling by the IFRA on one of the chemicals in it. It's the methyl, is it methyl or menthol? Eugenol, which is kind of like clove. This was very high in it. They needed the high concentration to create that virtual rose that the perfumer was going for. So, obviously that's out of the window. This perfume is out of the window. They have to create something with more kind of synthetic replacements for those chemicals that are no longer allowed or are being controlled. So that's that for Guerlain's Nahema. Next, I would like to talk about Clinique Aromatics Elixir. I'm looking at my notes here. Released all the way back in 1971. This is how it looks like. I'm not sure how old this bottle is, but definitely it's not one of the new reformulated ones that's out in the market. So this bottle may be 2006, because this is not a 2016 bottle, that's for sure. So this one, I believe this is a very polarizing scent, and I am on the side that says no. It's just not for me. I don't understand it. I don't get it. Why would I want to wear it? It's strong. It's a beast. Like, this is a spray, so I was able to kind of spray on my arm, and it's still there, and I don't like it. This perfume is very, 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 very earthy, very aromatic and woody. The patchouli in it is not strong, so that's not what gives it the strong earthiness. It definitely adds to the earthiness, but to me, I think it's the chamomile. I hate chamomile. I know it's supposed to be like a soothing type of tea, but I hate the smell of chamomile. It just smells like dirt to me. I can't stand it. Chamomile tea, I stay away from it. And that geranium, another note that adds earthiness, is just like medicinal and mostly earthy, like earthy wet ground that is just yucky to me. I don't smell any floral. There is orris root, which makes it dry. But here's the funny thing. When I was trying this out, I was also trying out other perfumes. So on this hand, this arm, I have tried most of the 1990s perfumes that are big florals. I have like Amarige, I have La Poème, or just Poème. I have what's the other one? The other big one, not Van Cleef. It was another Organza. I have Organza all on this arm, and here I have Clinique Aromatics Elixir. And what happened was, like, this too, when the scent mixed in that wonderful big white yellow florals and this earthy like note, it just started to smell good. I could actually tolerate this once it's mixed with all these florals. So I think as a standalone, to me, it doesn't work. I don't know how people can wear it as a standalone, but maybe their skin just makes other notes come out to make it smell better. But for me, I need another perfume to add to it, another floral perfume, sweet floral perfume to mix with it and then just create this new note. I'm not good at mixing or layering perfumes, but this is a wonderful bottom layer. It creates this kind of like depth and kind of grounds perfumes that are maybe like too much, like the 90s florals. They're just too out there. This kind of pulls it back in and says, hang on, calm down a bit. So I thought some magic happened, and I found that very interesting. I'm still not for this perfume. I'm not gonna buy it, I'm not gonna wear it, but I don't mind it when it is mixed in with other florals. So that's that. Oh, it also has oak moss, yet another note that makes something earthy and kind of smoky. Next, let's go to the Lancome, this one. And this actually it's not released in the 70s, but 1969, so close enough. So let's, I guess, talk about it as a 70s perfume. It's still around, it's not discontinued, and I wasn't sure, this is not a vintage bottle, I wasn't sure what to expect when I bought this. I was expecting, because it's light green, fresh. I was expecting something fresh, but that's not it. It actually, on the top note, I got a lot of like citrus, lemony scent, which I really liked. And then it changed, it developed, that oak moss like came in. It's quite a strong oak moss that, you know, gave the perfume depth, but pretty much kind of overpowered the citrus scent that I like. At first I thought maybe I would call it kind of like one of those household cleaners in a room that is smoky, or it's like one of those hotel rooms where people have been smoking in, and then you start cleaning it with something lemony and they mix in. It smelled like that. I think there are some people that would gravitate to it. It won't be my favorite, but I see the draw, I think. Very 70s, because in the 70s, like, you know, there's no such thing as like no smoking. I think everybody just like smoked everywhere, and most household cleaners have lemony scent. So yeah, but yeah, what it reminded me of, actually, the opening, the top notes and everything, was Chanel's Cristal Ouvert, which I love. So that's what I was drawn to when I sprayed it and go, oh, I like this one. This one is something, you know, I would wear. And then it transitioned into Chanel Cristal. So Chanel Cristal has this exact combination of like smokiness, smoky room, but that one is a little bit more kind of sexy, deeper, kind of have more depth and vibe to it than this. This kind of just stays on the layer of like kind of smoky cigarette like room. That one is more sultry. I envision more of kind of like a dark room, and you're wearing like that nice black dress with a high slit, you know, velvet dress. So yeah. Guess this is a no for me. A lot of people do love this one, and again, I can see why. It is a lighter version of Chanel Cristal. So, you know, to each his own. If you like this, then good on you. Perhaps it just works better on your skin chemistry, but to me, it's a no. So yeah, so those are three perfumes from the 70s that interested me, and I hope you enjoyed my thoughts on them, my review on them. If you do, please press like, share, and subscribe, or make a comment. Thanks, bye.